You know what, Tucker? Screw you, dude. It must be real easy to sit in the ivory tower that has been created by men braver than you.
If the people who risk nothing judge everyone who does or has. That's what I'm seeing right now. I ran across this clip from a guy by the name of Nick Freitas. He is a Green Beret, works for Blaze Media. And he laid it out in a way that really touched home for me. Because there's a lot of people that live in these ivory towers. They live on these pedestals. They live in these $1 million mansions in Maine and in Tennessee. And they've got these big brand deals. And these people, they have nothing to risk. They have no skin in the game. And you probably like a lot of them. Matt Walsh, great dude, right? He's been a talking head since he was popping zits. He's never had a real job. But yet he tells you and I how the world should be. Same thing with Tucker Carlson. That's what got me just recently, was Tucker laying out this 10-point plan about how him and these cronies that he's got are going to make America better than we are now. Tucker Carlson's dad was a CIA spook, allegedly. His dad helped start all of these different media companies. Tucker Carlson has been in media forever. Has a real big house, or maybe it's just a damn studio in Maine. I don't know. But then I'm sure he's got a house in Montana so he can go fly fishing, and a house here and a house there in Qatar and all those other things. But this is the guy that is telling us what to do. You can see in the back of my truck, I got some spare tires that I just had to get mounted and balanced. I actually looked to buy used tires because I wanted to save a little money. You can see here I've got a new belt that I got to put on, right? I am going to do that. I have skin in the game. I have a regular job. I have served my country. But it seems like some of these people, and you know them well, they can say anything about anyone, including the American service member, and there are zero repercussions.
You know what, Tucker? Screw you, dude. It must be real easy to sit in the ivory tower that has been created by men braver than you.
If we murder people, and it is murder, who committed no crime, pose no threat to us, who are non-combatants, women, children, we're going to apologize for it. We're going to call it what it is, which is a crime. And when another country commits genocide against a population, kills tens of thousands of children, as our closest ally has, as countries tend to do, by the way.
See, once again, Tucker is very, very selective on who he wants to hold accountable. He wants to hold us accountable, perfectly fine. Wants to hold Israel accountable, okay. Doesn't want to hold Hamas accountable. Doesn't want to call Iran accountable. So here's what Tucker Carlson wants. He wants the American taxpayer to pay restitution anytime civilians are harmed in war. Really? I'm not saying that we shouldn't say that's tragic, but the thing that I would like to point out to Tucker Carlson, who has never had to be on the ground and actually fight these barbarians, is they like to put innocent civilians in harm's way. And when the AK-47 is shooting at you, you don't always know who's pulling the trigger. And the U.S. government needs to admit that we've committed a crime. We've committed murder. You know what, Tucker? Screw you, dude. You have never known what it's like to actually have to go into combat situations, make split-second decisions, trying to do everything you possibly can to put yourself in danger before you harm an innocent, and just declare everything like that murder. Thank God Tucker Carlson has never been responsible for trying to keep this country safe.
There is no blowback. They don't lose any opportunities. If anything, they gain opportunities. They gain more traction. These talking heads have zero consequences. And they make a lot of money for it. They get these big brand deals that pay them to advertise, to put their fancy coffee cup on the table when they're, trashing America. And it bothers me, guys, because they have very little life experience. But they're going to tell you how America sucks, how they can make it better because they have all of this worldly experience from sitting behind a microphone and talking about what's happened. They talk about people that are actually making things happen. Think about that the next time you turn on one of these channels, one of your favorite plagiarists, one of your favorite talking heads that is going to get paid $300,000 to debate someone about her so-called best friend. Think about that. Think about the people that sit behind a microphone 3 to 4 hours a day, laying it out 3D chess, and they live, down in South Florida on the beach. Got the big boat parked out back. And then they do some ad reads to just add more money to it. Now, I love everything about it, and I'm all for capitalism, so you make the money while you can. But I think people are starting to wake up. I know the American service member is starting to wake up. We're starting to realize, and veterans like myself are starting to realize that it's not just politicians that hate us. It's the news media that hates us when it's a good opportunity to hate us. These critics have no humility, and they receive zero backlash. Now, I know some of you will say, well, I'm going to go and unsubscribe. It doesn't do anything. It really doesn't do anything. Their advertisers just keep paying the money. I don't know how you affect these people. I don't know how you affect their bottom line. I mean, is Tucker Carlson going to go on one less fly fishing trip at $75,000 a trip? No. Some fly fishing outfit's probably sponsoring the guy, right? That's the way this is. But for him to get on his podium and surround themselves with some of these other people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was just telling America how much you suck while she's sitting in the back of a boat on a giant lake talking about the budget deficit. Meanwhile, she's adding to the deficit because she's getting paid without providing any goods or services for a retirement for the rest of her life. The irony here is it's just so bad, guys. It's such a horrible look. And I am all for free speech. I am all for independent thinking. I'm all for open dialogue. I'm all for criticism when criticism is due. But I think this should go both ways. I believe there should be a method or a way in place for us to return some of that criticism to the very people that are laying it out, right? I mean, that's the only way to affect these people. I don't know how you affect their bottom line. You've got guys that have 6-8 million subscribers. They've got 41 counts of plagiarism. They lost their job at BuzzFeed, of all places. And yet they're the trusted source. The trusted source. Tucker Carlson, the trusted source, the voice of reason. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Nick Freitas just moved well up onto the totem pole for me. He's over at Blaze Media. I'll put a link to his channel down in the description below. I urge you to go check this guy out. He is exactly what Blaze Media needed. He is a refresh. That's what they need. And Nick Freitas laid it out. I'm sure Tucker will ignore him completely and continue to just harp on the low-hanging fruit, right? That's kind of where we're at in today's society, guys. It's so easy to be critical. It's easier when the people being critical have no life experience. None whatsoever. Other than Daddy was a CIA operative, set up Voice for America or Voice of America.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, she was doing really well for herself with this construction company. Goes to Congress, said, hey, I'm going to cash out a quick retirement, right? You starting to understand this, guys? Those military guys, they got to stick around for 20 years to get a retirement. And even they get crapped on. Even they get dunked on by their own. It's pitiful. I don't understand it. I don't know where it ends. But it's pretty disheartening. This has been Dykes Channel. Got my old truck back. Little tailgate talk for you this afternoon. I'm going to get after this. I got to put a new belt on a compressor up there. This thing's got air conditioning and it needs a new belt. I had to get it charged and get it all set up. So I'll see you in the next one. Hit the like and subscribe. Thumbs up button down at the bottom. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.